Someone in one of my comments wanted a tool review, and so I want to tell you all about the Ridgid tools that I have. Here becomes a certain point in every man's life where he needs to decide what path he's going to take, what kind of tools he's going to buy and consistently invest in, because let me tell you, you can't just really buy some and buy some other ones and they're all going to work together, especially because of the battery thing. It's easier just to have all of the same kind. So I thought about Milwaukee, Makita, DeWalt, some of the other green ones, Menards brand or whatever. And you really want to balance, or at least I wanted to balance quality with cost. Milwaukee, way too expensive. Makita, way too expensive. DeWalt, not bad. Ridgid, not bad. Whatever that light green one is, Ryobi, kind of pretty cheap, not really my type of tools. I need something that can really handle some hardcore handyman stuff. My very first tool, I like to say, found me. I don't know where it actually is anymore because it stopped working. It was a impact driver that I found in one of my favorite dumpsters that I like to dumpster dive in from a cabinet shop. Didn't have a battery, so I went to the pawn shop and I bought these 4 tools, a nice little basic starter set, and that really got me going. The old style impact driver that I had eventually stopped working, so this one that came with the pawn shop set, which was just these 4 tools for like, I don't know, 220 something like that dollars, kept me going for quite a long time. I mean, sawzall, drill, circular saw, and impact driver can really get you through quite a bit of. This good old guy right here, sawzall, it did eventually stop working at one point, and so I took this boot off and took the whole thing apart and found that there was a little arm that was broken. Spent $10 on a new part, put it all back together, runs just great. Drill, never really had a problem with this, although it scratched me the other day. This impact driver stopped really working that well. I guess it still turns on, so I bought a new one. Circular saw, I have another one of these somewhere in the garage, and you know, it works good. It's a little bit broken, but I like it. It gets the job done. What can I say? The tool that I really have fallen in love with is this palm router. Cannot underestimate just doing a dovetail every once in a while, or really rounding the edges on a countertop, a wooden countertop that you made, engraving stuff. I don't know. You know, there's just so many uses for a palm router. As you can see, I pretty much have all my tools organized to where they click into these little holders that I built in my van, and I freaking love this setup. All my stuff right here, you know. We got the sawzall, little 3-inch guy, battery powered nail gun, oscillating multi-purpose tool. My secret favorite, this electronic chisel, is just woo. Also got a brushed round sander and this brushless square sander. Both of those are great. I actually really like this guy. And here's one aspect that I really want to talk about Ridgid. My brushed sander, which we all know brush tools are going to stop working at some point. It stopped working because I was doing a bunch of drywall sanding at this little house right here. And so I sent it in. I had it all warrantied up because I bought it new from Home Depot. Sent it in. It came back in the mail, all fixed, ready to go, with a cute little note that said, "Keep working hard." So I do believe Ridgid stands behind their lifetime warranty thing, which is so crazy. Wow! Really can't underestimate this little 3-inch rotary tool. I use this thing so often. I like this a lot more than my angle grinder because it's so small. I mean, it's obviously got a pretty weak, you know, motor in it, so it can't do everything that a angle grinder can. But as you can see, I have a metal cutting blade in it. I've also got tile cutting blade, which fitting in here, just, man, it is my ideal tool for doing kind of weird tile shapes. Also got the metal cutting blade, and then I also highly recommend this like multi-purpose PVC or wood blade. That guy really will just clean up and cut anything. I've done a lot of vinyl siding, weird cuts with that kind of thing. Y'all are gonna have to spend some money every once in a while, no matter what tool brand you go with. This is my new impact driver, and it's great. You know, I don't know what else to say about it. It freaking works. It's awesome. It's got the lifetime warranty on it. What more do you need to know? Also, a hot debate on the internet right now is battery powered nail driver versus compressor or pneumatic air nailer. And I mean, I gotta say, yes, this little guy is a little bit heavier doing air nailing stuff, but man, so is a compressor tank. I don't like lugging all that thing around. I like being able to lay this guy on the ground no matter what room I'm doing trim in, be able to pick it up and move it, not have to worry about any hoses, nothing like that. So air nailer is always going to have use. You know, I'm never giving mine up, and I have like 5 nailers that go with it. And this is not a framing nailer, it's just a little 18 gauge multi-purpose nailer that really comes in handy when you need it. I have been pretty impressed with Ridgid's vacuums. This is the second one that I've bought because I sat on the first one as I was using it and it started smoking. And when it says don't sit on it, I would recommend not sitting on it. I've also got this table saw that is great. Man, I wish that the rack and pinion stuff that Milwaukee has would come to the Ridgid line, because this, setting this up, it's, you know, it's sometimes crooked. You really just got to double check it, but you know, it works and it matches everything else color scheme wise. I did get a Ridgid fan that actually haven't really used yet. So, you know, sometimes you buy tools and they just sit for a little while till you find their use. Air compressor with a bunch of nails. We got a Ridgid air nailer in there. You know, really nothing too much to say about those other than they're orange and that they work. So, I mean, I guess that was a pretty quick review. I mean, what can I say? Ridgid works. It's a really nice balance between cost and works. You got to have tools that work, and I think Ridgid stands up pretty strong in the durability tests. And with that lifetime warranty, I don't understand what more you need. So I personally choose Ridgid because of all these reasons and more. To choose another brand to start purchasing tools with, and I do want to be clear, I'm totally fine buying any kind of brand of wire tools. But if it's a battery operated tool, I'm going to get Ridgid. I am not happy with how few tools Ridgid has in their lineup, especially compared to like Makita or Ryobi and Milwaukee. You know, they're just continuously coming out with totally crazy, interesting tools, though more geared towards the homeowner. You know, Ridgid's got the basics, and that's really what you. But if I were to get another brand of tools, I would probably go with DeWalt, because DeWalt I see is very similar quality type of tools. I think almost all tools are not being manufactured in the United States. So as far as like trying to support America, you know, just take a look at the family tree of businesses of all these, and like Ridgid and Milwaukee are all owned by the same big company, and so is Ryobi. So I mean, philanthropy wise, like it's really all going to the same place. It's just kind of a matter of like what tools you want, what kind of colors you want to wear. I guess last note is I got gas powered chainsaw, and well, 2 of them, and some other gas powered tools, which battery tools are nice, but it's nothing like the power of a gas tool every once. Oh, I guess I should talk about batteries. I got some of the Octane 3 amp hour batteries, and they totally stopped working and burned one of my tools up. Not good. I try to avoid some of the off-brand ones. I don't have that many. I think I have like 8 or 9, and I keep wanting to buy more, but then I'm like, I charge them up as I'm using them, and it's good. Sometimes you don't need to buy tools and batteries when you think you do, but sometimes you do. It's all a balance. I am super excited to answer any questions you might have, so let them rain down in the comments.